Hi guys, Coach Dylan here, head of the Mamba program, helping passionate coaches go from zero online clients to a 250K a year plus online fitness business. And today, team, this is my last podcast for the year. I am actually very, very excited. We are about to head off to America on Saturday for the third time this year, which is very, very exciting. Traveling here from Australia, if you guys are listening around the world. But very, very excited getting to go to lift some weights, get to go to some really, really cool places, check out some awesome gyms around Florida, New York, and Austin, Texas. But I guess today I actually wanted to jump on and share my thoughts and also my lessons from the past 12 months and also what you need to work on for the next 12 months if you're going to build an online fitness business. So this year, I've been extremely fortunate. We've had, massive, massive amounts of success with inside of the Mamba program, and we've been at the head of the game in terms of where the online space is heading. And so a bit of a backstory, about 6 or 7 years ago, I actually started my online business, and I put out a really crappy, YouTube video, and it was called Hip and Core Workout for Sheep Shearers. And you guys can go and look that up on YouTube, have a bit of a laugh at my expense, and you'll see me. What I did was I put up a video. I was in my mate's living room. I was dead broke at the time, literally on my last couple bucks. And I had a bit of a Hail Mary by creating this video and putting it on YouTube. And so here it was in my board shorts, this big baggy hoodie, talking absolute rubbish. But I put that video out and it actually got me a couple of clients, which was pretty cool. From there, I didn't really do anything with this because I just didn't know how to deliver a good service. And I didn't know how to get a good business going. But then, sort of the pandemic came around, and from there, we absolutely took off this online business. Over the space of the last 3 years since then, the game has changed rapidly. I've seen with inside the Mamba program more changes in what's working in the last 12 months than I probably have in the last 10 years in the fitness industry. And so one of the crazy things is that if you want to grow an online fitness business in 2023, you have to understand what is happening. There is an absolute massive shift right now in the fitness industry. If you are not recognizing it, you're going to be left behind. And so what we've started to notice, and for the record, I still own a gym, we still have an online program. What we started to notice is that more and more people are reaching out to us, specifically asking us, do you guys do online programs? Because they know we're not, we're in a tight location where they can't make it. And so as I've noticed more and more people reaching out and asking for that, 6 months ago, that wasn't the case. People didn't know what an online fitness program was. Now that they're seeing it over and over again, more people are actually specifically reaching out saying, hey, can you guys do an online program? And it makes sense. Over the last year, the online fitness industry has gone from 11 billion US dollars to over 17 billion US dollars, and is projected by 2026 to go to 65 to 70 billion dollars. So the trend of online is not only the future, it is the now. Okay. And there is a massive, massive land grab going on for coaches who are passionate, coaches who are very, very good at what they do, to go and, cement themselves in this online industry. But one of the things is that, over the last 12 months, a lot of really, really good coaches have already started this process. They've also already started to build the skill sets. They've already started to get their little piece of land, and that piece of land is growing every single day. And it's making it harder and harder for new coaches to come in, purely because when new coaches come in, it's a different skill set. When you're an in-person coach, you get people, whether you're on the gym floor at a big commercial gym, you may have some signs outside your gym. You may do a bit of social media marketing, you may run some paid ads, and that's all fine and good. But these online coaches are starting to realize that anyone in the entire world is now a potential client within their audience and reach. So probably the biggest lessons over the last 12 months are understanding that this market is shifting very, 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 very fast. Okay. And so people that have come through over the last 12 months have been noticing a massive influx of people actually reaching out and asking for online personal training, especially if you're promoting it. Plus, also, what was working, 18 months, 2 years ago at the start of, say, the pandemic, where, you could just go and follow a heap of people. You could just go and cold DM every single person. That stuff still works, but here's the catch. You have to have content. You have to have something worth people replying to and following. And it's a real skill set. And so a lot of people now are actually struggling to get some land in the game because, one, their content is crap. Their content doesn't speak to anyone. It's ego driven. It's just them talking at their audience, telling them they're shit humans and they should follow their program. And it's not actually giving any value. So if you're really looking to make sure that you get your piece of land, these are the 3 things you have to master. So there was a really good survey put out by about 1,000 people, asking people why they built from a digital brand from social media. 40% of those people said that they bought because of compelling content. Okay, so they seen a good piece of content, and that's what made them further down the purchase line. Then from there, 30% of people said that they loved that the person was an interesting character. There was an interesting character or theme to the content. Then 30% after that, they actually bought because of a compelling story. So those 3 things combined are the art of content. It's something we teach inside of Mamba, where we teach high-level copywriting. We teach how to create videos that are, going to catch the eye. They're also going to provide a ton of value to the audience, and it's going to allow our coaches to stand out. So if you're starting to build that skill set, if you don't have that skill set, it's probably why you're starting to struggle more and more to get leads from your social media. The other big thing is you need to become an absolute master of connecting with people in the DMs, okay? And in the world of social media, there is a point. We've grown our businesses very, very large now, and we actually can get people they will fill in our link in the bio. They will come to us and reach out to us, or they will jump on our website and, fill out a form to come to us. And that's because over the last 2 years, we have specifically put in the work to build our brand voice, to be consistent with our messaging themes. And now this is starting to pay off massively. But when you're starting out as an online coach, you have to do the groundwork. You have to go out and make connections with people so that over time, your connection to the audience and your value starts to snowball, and then more and more people know who you are. And then over time, they'll start to reach out to you and they'll start to engage with you a lot more. So the better you are at connecting with people in your DMs, the better you are at connecting with people through your content, the more success you're going to have as an online coach. The third thing and the final thing today is if you're going to be a highly successful online coach, you have to be good at what you do. It's no longer good enough to do booty band workouts in your living room as an online coach. It's no longer good enough to just slap together a random program and put it out to people and think that, people are going to stay on your program. There's too many people. There's too many online coaches now who are putting out great programs. There's too many online coaches out there now who are, doing a really, really great service. And if you don't put the effort in to craft a great program that gets great results, in 12 to 18 months, you're going to be absolutely left behind. And so one of the big, big things that has made an absolute huge difference in, any marketer that tells you that your program doesn't matter, they're just wrong. They're wrong. The way the industry is going is now that a lot of great coaches are starting to figure out that the land grab for the online coaching space is absolutely huge. They're also figuring out that, hey, look, my system's fucking amazing. Just there's only so many people in my neighborhood. But now that I know how to go online, I can get in front of as many eyes as possible. And as their reach expands, as their reach grows, they get more and more eyes on what they do. They deliver this amazing system to more and more people. More and more people are getting great results from their program. And then your average program, your everyday coach just doesn't stand out enough because they're not getting good enough results for their clients. So if you really, really want to be successful in 2023, start to reinvest back in your coaching practice and build a fucking amazing system. So one of the big things, so the 3 big takeaways for if you want to grow an amazing online coaching business in 2023 is you're going to have to master the art of content. And, for a lot of people, that's a 3, 6, 12-month journey. You can just get reps and reps and reps in. And if you've got some good templates and you've got some good systems to put in place, your content creation skills can get good very, very quickly. It actually becomes really, really fun because you start to understand that what you're putting out is very, very creative. Also, when you get very, very good at copywriting and your video content, you can actually find that you can get more people to take action. And so one of my goals for 2023 is to actually help defeat the obesity industry. The only reason the obesity industry is beating the fitness industry is because the obesity industry is better at their content, they're better at their marketing, and they're better at persuading people to spend their hard-earned money on getting fat, getting out of shape, and basically obesity, rather than the fitness industry, who are not very good at marketing themselves and showing why doing a fitness program is really, really important. So in 2023, one of my goals is to defeat the obesity industry. And that comes from being very, very good at your content and getting people to see that, hey, this fitness program looks like it's something that I can do. This fitness program looks like that coach that I really, really like. And it looks like it solves my program. This is the program that's finally going to change my life. From there, you need to become an absolute master of connecting with people through your social media, whether that's in your DMs, whether that's through your content. If you get very good at this, you'll have more leads than you ever need. A lot of people I see come to our program and Mamba, and they've got 5,000, 10,000 people on their Instagram followers, but they've got 0 clients. To me, that says 2 things, is that you have no capacity to connect with your audience. If you give me that profile, I can guarantee within 2-3 weeks, we'll have 10 to 20 clients, because I know how to connect with these people. And once you learn that skill, you can go and build a massive fitness business because you've got that land. So if you've got a big audience, but you don't know how to harvest them, if you don't know how to connect with them, that is the skill set you need to focus on most. Then also the number one thing, one of the number one things that you have to really master in 2023 is building a business that's so good that people are constantly talking about it. Get more referrals by getting better results. Get more referrals by having a great coaching system. Get more referrals by being so good that no one can deny it. If you're putting out lots of content, if you're sending lots of DMs, the reason people are not engaging with you is because when they look at what you do, they're like, that just doesn't look like it does anything. Why would I pay for something that doesn't actually get me the result that I want? Okay. And so if you put those 3 things together in 2023, you can easily build, a $250,000+ business within 12 months. 3 things you got to master is the art of content, the art of persuasion and connection from your social media and your lead generation sources. Then you also need to become so good at your program delivery that no one can deny it. Build your referral-based business that increases your lifetime customer value. You blend all 3 of those, you have the Mamba system, and you're able to build a $250,000 business and have an absolutely incredible life. And so, team, I'm really, really excited. I will be back Boxing Day. I've got some absolute fire. I'm going to be dropping about 9 to 10 days from Boxing Day of just pure value and pure content to help you guys get a massive, massive head start on your online fitness business in 2023. Super excited. Got 2 weeks off now in America, going to lift some weights, going to have a bit of a refresh. I hope you guys have an incredible time. Keep an eye out on Boxing Day. I'm going to be dropping 10 days of absolute fire to give you guys a massive, massive head start. So watch out for that. And we will see you guys soon. Hope that helps. If you need a hand, reach out and we will catch you soon. Bye.